If this is your first time watching one of these videos, my name is Crystal, and these videos are my response to a recovery study called Weight Loss Bootcamp from Setting Captives Free. This is a free online study linked below. I would love it if you would walk this journey with me if you struggle with overeating. Today, we're talking about lesson number 4. Lesson number 4 is, we are in a war. We don't like to talk about war. We're peaceful people. I'm a peaceful person. I don't like war, but we're in a war. The 3 foundational principles of this study so far have been, number 1, washing at the cross. Number 2, walking in the Spirit. And today we're going to introduce the 3rd principle, which is warring against the flesh. So in the lesson, he said, if I'm at peace with God, then I am at war with sin. So we are in a war. We're in a war with sin. We need to learn how to fight. We need to plan to win. Often in our struggle against sin, we don't even put up a fight. Sin comes knocking and we just give in. You know, we might try to wish or hope or try to not give in, but that's not going to get the job done. Maybe you were like me and denied that there was even a battle going on. I did that for most of my life, many years. I didn't even admit that there was a spiritual problem or sin occurring. As Christians, we are called to fight against Satan. Ephesians 6 says, put on the full armor of God so that you can take your stand against the devil's schemes. If you're familiar with the armor of God, I mean, there's the helmet of salvation and the breastplate of righteousness and the sword of the word. So there's several pieces of that armor. But I've heard it said that many just want the helmet of salvation and they walk around naked without all the other battle pieces. So we need all that armor. We need it all to do battle with the devil. So Jesus is the perfect example of all of this because he defeated sin, he defeated Satan and sin at the cross. We are to follow his lead because he has already paved the path to victory. So right now, I want a snack. It's nighttime. I usually eat a snack at night. I want a snack. I don't need a snack. I'm not hungry, but I will still want a snack. Basically, I just want a snack out of habit. And maybe just a distraction from this study. So who do you think's behind that? Satan doesn't want me to learn how to fight. So what am I going to do? Am I going to fight or am I going to surrender to this fleshly desire? Every temptation gives me the opportunity to choose God. So, are you ready? Am I ready to begin living like a spiritually mature child of God who wins battles against Satan? Am I ready to learn how to fight? It's a pretty big question. It really is. So let's talk about how my journey is going. So far, the scale has not budged at all. Actually, maybe it's gone up a little bit. It's gone up a little bit and then back down, but it's basically where I was when I started this study. So, you know, he kind of says in the lessons that just put away the scale because that can be super discouraging. I'm doing better with my eating and the scale is not moving. But who do I put my trust in? Do I put my trust in God or do I put my trust in the scale? The Mangiano is doing okay for me. I've only taken it twice, and I was on Ozempic for a very long time before that. So the low dose that I'm starting on the Mangiano may really not have any effect for me at all, is kind of what I'm thinking. Possibly it's making me constipated and maybe that's why the scale's not moving. I'm not really sure. But basically I haven't really felt any positive or negative effect from the Mangiano yet. So we'll just see how it goes. Maybe a little bit, you know, if I eat a big meal, I'm feeling it by the end of the meal. I'm feeling full. So maybe that's helping, but that's a journey. You know, I still have 2 more of this dose and then maybe next dose it will go up. So that's not going to be a super fast instant fix for me. I believe just because I was already on the Ozempic for so long. I am walking. For about 3 months, I walked 5,000 steps a day. And I went to my doctor and I told him, and he was like, well, that's good, but you really need to be walking more. So I've upped it to 6,000. And so the last maybe 3 or 4 weeks, I've been doing 6,000. I try to do that at least 5 times a week. Before that, I was really doing hardly any. I worked at home and I might get maybe 1,500 a day. I retired, and so now I have a little bit more time. And so since I've retired, that's when I've upped my walking. So I intend to keep inching that up a couple, 1,000 steps at a time. Right now I'm having some struggles with my Fitbit, so that's kind of discouraging, but I'm still doing the walking. So how's your journey going? How are you doing? Let me know. I'd love to hear about it in the comments. Thank you so much for listening to these. I hope they are beneficial to you. I hope that you can feel God working on you. Thank you so much. Have a good evening.